up, beautiful soulmates? Welcome to the best place to be on a Tuesday night, Fox Soul Screening Room. I'm your host, Vivica A. Fox. Tonight, I have two fantastic short films that will have you sitting on the edge of your seats. I'm excited to have a sit-down chat with the creatives to talk about the business of making films. For our first film of the night, let's kick it off with the touching story about a couple who faced the consequences of missed conversation. Here's Anima. Welcome back to Fox Soul Screening Room. We have filmmaker Alexander King in the house tonight discussing the film Anima. Hey there!
Hi, how are you?
I am awesome sauce. First of all, I just got to say I love your hair, child. That hair is fabulous.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations on this film. I really enjoyed watching it. Tell me, what's the significance of the title Anima?
Anima means the feminine part of a man's soul. So a lot of times we see, especially Black men, they're supposed to be manly and not emotional. But I wanted to tap into the parts that we forget about them, which are the feminine parts, which are okay. And in society, they're taught to be, like I said, the man of everything and like to hold the feelings. So the title represents all of that.
Your film speaks to the important issue, the topic of suicide, which is a much needed conversation in our community. What inspired you to write this film?
This was basically the idea of how we can actually save and help people around us. But a lot of
Mm,
times we're taught not to talk about things. And unfortunately, things happen because we are having missed conversations. So within this film, they both actually struggle with the same thing. But one of the guys is like, I have to be your protector and I can't tell you what I'm struggling with because you're
mm.
struggling with it too. So a lot of times I feel like, if we just communicate and have raw thoughts and raw ideas, like we can all heal from it, and it's like we're just taught not to talk about it. Like, oh, you think about suicide. It doesn't make you suicidal. It just makes your mind able to think about things that normal people don't admit to thinking about.
I am really happy to see that in our community that now, we're having shows where we can talk about it, that it's not so taboo. So I
Right.
really love that your film wasn't afraid to touch on this topic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this film was long thoughts of myself of just digging deeper and digging deeper and digging deeper. And that's pretty much how I create. I write a lot of things based upon like what traumatic moments are, but instead of talking about what made it so traumatic, it's almost like, well, what are we doing to heal from it? How can we learn from it instead of like becoming our trauma?
Agreed. Now I got two really important questions for you now. The actors were amazing. They really were, Alexander. How did you go about casting them? And then how was it for you directing them?
I lost a cousin a few years ago in a tragic car accident, and I didn't know, but Sean and I met in LA, no connection at all. And come to find out, he was actually a close friend of my cousin's in his class in Florida. So every project I do, Sean is the first one. Like, what do you need? You want me to hold a
Mm.
microphone? I will turn this page for you. Let me know. And I said, you know what? Audition. Come on. And he did it. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And then I put out an open casting call, which I got Teake for the other character for Semaj. But filming, okay, so I used to usually work with women. So working with men was a little different. The intimacy level was like I wasn't used to it.
What was so different?
I think it was a masculinity thing. Like
Mm.
usually you tell a woman like on set, I need you to cry and give me the emotions. They're just like, okay, like they tap into something and it's there. With these
Hmm.
with these guys, I felt it was more like, all right, be softer. Okay, be softer. Show me you love them. And I was like, oh wait, this is how you guys look like you love each other. It's very different than what I see in my community. So it was like a realization, like, oh, okay, this is different.
Now, I love the ending to this story. It was very inspiring. What message were you trying to send with that ending?
When you're ready to start your healing and start your process, you only know that. And the people that you have around you, if they're supporting you, they're meant to be there. Um,
Oh, oh, you better say it.
in addition to that, it was also his partner getting the help that he needed. So now that they know what's going on in both worlds, they're able to come together and go to this group of people who are just like them, where they don't have to hide and they don't have to pretend that this real life is happening, and I'm very close to ending that life. And now you have all these people coming together and be like, we're here. Let's live. Let's figure out how we're going to do it day by day.
How old are you?
I'm 32. I just turned 32.
So young, and happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you.
How did you get into filmmaking?
To be honest, I didn't like film too much growing up, and I hate to say this because I'm a filmmaker, but I did it. My family friends would watch a lot of things, and I just couldn't connect to it. Like I didn't see anybody that looked like me. I didn't see anyone who acted like me.
Mm,
And when I did see me portrayed in film, it was like, but I don't act like that. Like
mm.
in my world, I'm part of the LGBTQIA community, and the black lesbians or lesbians of colors are portrayed as like the masculine women are portrayed as like these men, and they want to take your woman.
Yeah.
They want to,
Hmm.
and I'm like, wait, that's not me. So I just like literally created an online platform called Queeriest TV, and it was just friends coming together like, hey, I want to do this project. Do you guys want to join? They're like, we support you. Let's go. And we ended up shooting a whole season, and huge outcome online. And there was the main number one thing was representation. Thank you for the proper representation. We literally do not have that. So that's how I got into film. I wanted to see more of me there, to be honest. I wanted to connect more with that.
So let's talk about some of your other creations. Tell us about Queerious TV. What an amazing title.
Thank you. So, Queries TV is a platform that I created where basically I just wanted to have proper representation of people like me in the queer community, Black and Brown. We don't have a lot of that, and what we do see is not accurate to our lives. So, I wanted to create a safe space for us to not necessarily talk about gender, because that's a big thing. If you're gay, you have to talk about gender, which me, I'm like, I'm more than my gender. I have other things that I want to write about within healing of that. So my work is more like introspection. It's not necessarily about being gay, being lesbian, being straight. So yeah, that's pretty much why I created Queries TV.
You also started Alexander King Production. Got your own production company. You
I
go.
do. Thank you.
What projects are you looking to do next with your company?
I'm pretty much a sponge, so I want to learn and do as much as I can. I do have a film that I will be shooting soon called Keep Me in Mind, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I had to, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know where to go or where to like get the funding, and then to me, I'm just like, all right, we'll figure it out. So that's why I ended up creating my own production company, was because I literally had no resources. Like I made Aquarius with no funding at all. It was literally friends coming up, helping me, going to locations saying, hey, can we please shoot something here? Black House in North Hollywood, they've given us our space countless amount of time. So it was like community coming together. So that was like pretty much how I decided, you know what, I need to do my own production company because I got to figure it out on my own.
I love to hear that because that's what it all start with. It's just taking that first step forward and saying, okay, I'm going to try this. And then asking for favors. You know, they have that old saying, a closed mouth don't get fed. Okay.
That is right.
Now, you're a self-taught filmmaker. What advice would you give to creatives looking to get their films started?
Get rid of the excuses. That's it. I mean, I went to Google University. I went to YouTube University. If I want to learn how to do something, I figure it out. Like I didn't even know what a gaffer was at one point. I was like, wait, what? Just yeah, if you really have passion to do it, just literally do it. Figure it out. We live in a time where everything is in the palm of our hands. There's no reason why you cannot do what you want to do today.
I love to hear that. Well, Alexander, thank you for dropping by and sharing your beautiful film, Anima. It's been wonderful talking with you, and you will always, always have a home here on Foxhole Screening Room.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this.